She's Hollywood royalty, a scream queen icon, a brilliant comedic actress, and an Oscar winner. From the pure terror of Halloween to the laugh-out-loud chaos of Freaky Friday, Jamie Lee Curtis has been a fixture on our screens for over 4 decades. On the surface, her life looked like a fairy tale. Incredible success, a long and happy marriage, and 2 children. But behind the glamorous premieres and the legendary family name, she was hiding a devastating secret. For 10 long years, she was living a double life, trapped in a silent battle that almost cost her everything. Imagine being at the absolute peak of your fame, celebrated and adored, yet secretly so controlled by an addiction that you're stealing pills from your own sister. That was the grim reality for Jamie Lee Curtis, who later confessed, "I was a wildly controlled drug addict and alcoholic. I was as sick as my secrets." This is the story of her hidden 10-year war with opioids and how she fought her way back from the brink to find true freedom. The trap was sprung back in 1989. After a minor cosmetic surgery for her puffy eyes, Jamie Lee Curtis was given Vicodin. It was a routine prescription for something that, as she said herself, wasn't even that painful. But the pills gave her more than just relief. They created a warm bath feeling that she couldn't let go of. That single prescription was the spark that ignited a decade-long secret dependency on opioids. Addiction, sadly, was nothing new to her family. Her famous father, actor Tony Curtis, fought his own demons with alcohol and drugs. Jamie even admitted she once shared cocaine with him. In a heartbreaking tragedy, her brother Nicholas died from a heroin overdose when he was just 21 years old. Knowing just how destructive addiction could be, Curtis tried to control hers with a set of rigid rules. She never took pills before 5 p.m., and never, ever while working. But it was all just an illusion of control. Nobody knew, not her husband, not her friends. The secret festered, driving her deeper into isolation and leading her to steal painkillers from friends and even her sister Kelly. The breaking point didn't come from some dramatic public meltdown. It arrived quietly on the pages of a magazine. In 1999, Curtis was reading an issue of Esquire and came across an article by writer Tom Chiarella, who wrote with raw honesty about his own Vicodin addiction. He described his obsession, how he knew where every single pill was hidden. In his words, Curtis saw a perfect, terrifying reflection of her own life. Reading that article shattered her isolation. For the very first time, she realized she wasn't alone in this fight. That same day, with a newfound sense of hope, she walked into her first recovery meeting. The 10-year secret was finally out. She confessed to her husband and family, ready to finally face the disease that had held her prisoner for so long. Recovery wasn't a quick fix, it's a daily commitment. As of early 2025, Jamie Lee Curtis has celebrated over 25 years of sobriety. She lives by the mantra of one day at a time, and has called her sobriety the single greatest accomplishment of her life. In her own words, "It's bigger than my husband, bigger than both of my children, and bigger than any work, success, failure, anything." She says group therapy and the incredible support of her family were the keys to her recovery. Sobriety, she explains, gave her the ultimate gift: freedom. The freedom to just be herself, to accept herself, and to live without hiding. As she powerfully put it, "My sobriety has been the key to freedom, the freedom to be me, to not be looking in the mirror and trying to see somebody else." That feeling of being trapped by a secret, it's a pain so many people understand. Jamie Lee Curtis's story is proof that just speaking up is the first real step toward breaking free. If her journey hits home for you or reminds you of someone you know, think about sharing this video to spread a message of hope. And if you're the one struggling, please know that you're not alone and there are communities ready to help. Sharing your own story in the comments, even if you do it anonymously, can be an incredibly powerful way to connect and remind all of us that no one has to fight this battle alone. Today, Jamie Lee Curtis isn't just an actress, she's a powerful voice for recovery. She uses her platform to tear down the stigma around addiction, pushing people to see it not as a moral weakness, but as a disease that needs compassion and treatment. She has said that if a potent synthetic like fentanyl had been as common then as it is now, she'd be dead. Her story is a powerful testament to resilience and proof that recovery is always possible. By breaking the cycle that haunted generations of her family, she has redefined her own legacy, not by her fame, but by her incredible strength and her willingness to reach out and help others, proving that even after the darkest battles, a life of clarity, purpose, and freedom is waiting.